This will be a follow-up to the last video that I posted. It's gonna be another video where I'm just talking for the most part. I'm in a parking lot right now. Went to the gym earlier, but I just dropped my girl off at the nail salon, so she's getting her nails done. And then we have a trip. We'll be going out of the state for work, so I'll be gone for a little bit, but I figured I'd record this video at least to get some sort of content out there and ready to go. For today's video, I think we're gonna start with maybe a little bit of my backstory and how I got the M3. Let me turn the car off. A little bit about me. I am 27 years old, mixed ethnicity. I didn't grow up in the best household, well, definitely not the worst either, I will say that. But I didn't have any money, anything like that. I didn't really have too much support growing up. I didn't have anyone in my family who was well off or an entrepreneur or anything like that. So making money and self-development is kind of a new thing for my entire family. I really don't know anybody at all who's been through that process. I actually didn't even finish high school. I tested out and I actually went to college for a little bit, like 1 year, and I started failing. I was like, fuck this. I was at community college, so it was really cheap, but I was still wasting money because I wasn't ready for college yet. So I decided to work for a little bit. I was doing some not minimum wage, but close enough to it, in my opinion. I did that for some years, and I was like, nah, I can't do this. This is like horrible. I feel like a slave, essentially. I was like, my time is worth more than what I'm making. So I was like, I got to do something. I went to school, got some certifications, got an associate's degree, which led to me getting my sales job that I have. So I've been doing that for about 2 or 3 years. And since then, my life has drastically changed. But it really came down to me wanting to make that change, if that makes sense. I was so frustrated with the state that I was in. Even though to some people it was kind of like not that bad, right? Okay, you're just out of school, maybe even college, and you're making close to minimum wage. That might be like the normal path for most people. I'm sure most of my family members went through that path, but I was like, nah, I can't do this. But yeah, I just really needed to make a change. I was frustrated with my situation, so I was like, I need to do something. I pretty much grinded for 2 years to put myself in a position to have the opportunity to get the job that I had, the sales job. And that drastically changed the quality of living for my life. And in addition to that, in recent times, I've actually started to venture off into entrepreneurship, learning how to start a business, run a business. Those are some things that I've indulged in recently. So I'm really getting a lot of experience the past couple of years, and my income is obviously increasing over time, and I expect it to over the next few years. But if I did have any advice for any younger guys watching this video, if you really want something, you will get it. You just have to put the effort in. You have to actually try for stuff. And this applies to anybody, really. I mean, say you're overweight, right? And you want to lose weight. Okay? You know what you need to do, which is stop eating. If you really want to stop eating, you'll stop eating, right? And then you'll lose weight. You'll reach your goal. So my point is, all this shit really comes down to is how focused and determined you are to reach a goal. That's literally it. It's almost impossible to fail at something if you never give up. Almost impossible. And it's really hard to stay consistent, motivated, as well as disciplined. Discipline overshadows everything else. That is the main thing I would suggest you guys focus on if you want to achieve anything. If you want to get an M3, you want to get an M5, whatever car, Ferrari, you really need to focus on your goal and how to get to that goal. Whether it's, okay, I need to make more money. How do I make more money? I need to get a higher paying job. I need to start a business, right? You'll know what you need to do. It's just about sticking to a routine and habits that align with your goal. That's literally it. That's the hard part. And it's not something that happens overnight. You're not going to just wake up, and have discipline out the ass and complete all your goals. No, it's definitely a work in progress. So you got to kind of be patient, but at the same time, don't get complacent, meaning don't wait around and say, oh, I have time. It's not happening yet. It's okay. No, instead, you need to be like, all right, I know it's going to take time, but I also is going to take effort and consistency on my part to reach this goal. That's my message for anyone who's trying to achieve anything, whether it's these cars, nice things in general. That's what I would recommend. Like I said, I'm 27 years old, so I'm speaking to mainly people who are younger than me. There are going to be people who are older than me that can benefit and learn as well. Completely understand that. So this is open to anyone. But the focus on that definitely is for the younger men out there who are maybe going through a situation that I went through years ago, where I was just completely frustrated with where I was at. And I still get those feelings to this day. I have an M3, I have a nice stuff. I make a decent amount of money, but I still get frustrated because I want to be further and I want more for myself because I know I'm capable. So you're going to have those moments of self-doubt, but you really need to just reflect on it and be like, hey, this is part of the process. Let's recalibrate, refocus, and let's move forward. But yeah, what else about me? I'll give you guys a few other things. I'll give you guys a few other topics or bullets, maybe. And if you guys decide on a specific one you want me to dive deeper into, let me know. But let's see. So I haven't really been in a lot of bullshit relationships like a lot of people have. I think girls probably hop around, especially when they're younger, from relationship to relationship a lot more than guys. I've been in a solid, I want to say, I'm 27. I've been in 3 or 4 actual relationships. And most of them have been pretty long. I think the shortest relationship I've ever been in was I want to say a year, around a year. That's probably the shortest relationship I've actually been in. I'm currently in one that we're past 2 years now. Before that, I was in a relationship for 5 years. So I really was that guy, that kid who was, I don't want to say a simp, but really, if we're being honest, I was a fucking simp, bro. I was literally getting played by these girls when I was younger, and I didn't even realize it. Not to the extent that I was giving them shit and they weren't giving anything in return. More of the sense of I was a lover boy. I was doing everything in my power to keep a woman or make her happy, whatever. So that's another topic we can get into. You should not do that whatsoever. I 100% discourage that. Ever since I made the change in my mentality around relationships and women, my whole life has changed. It's easier to get women, it's easier to keep women when you don't give a fuck as much about women. So that's the gist of it. We can have that as a separate video. Let me know if that's a topic you guys are interested in as well. Really, really though, I do want to get some more interaction from you guys. So if anyone has any sort of topics, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to create a lot of content around whatever you all are interested in, because I'm interested in a bunch of things. I know a lot of different things. I have a lot of information that I can share, especially with younger men or the younger audience in general. I even have advice for women. If you're up and coming, or maybe you're already getting close to like 30s as a woman, I can give you some tips or advice. Once you're past like 40, I can't really help you. I don't know what to say. You're gonna have to just, I don't know. We have to save that for another discussion as well, because that's a little spicy and that would be a fun topic to talk about. Oh yeah, I did mention in the last video that I have Instagram DMs that people have sent me over the year or two, that I can look at and reread them, and then we can answer their questions, because I get questions in my DMs pretty often from a lot of you guys, or a lot of my old subscribers, especially from the gaming industry or gaming scene, asking me like, how did you do it? How did you go from this to this? Because they've seen kind of where I've come from, right? All these cars and stuff is brand new to a lot of people. But that's all. I don't want to make this video super long, because there's not too much really going on. But like I said, if you guys have any topics or questions for me, drop them down below. I'm really excited to speak on different topics that interest me. Oh, my radar detector's going off. Let's see if you guys can see it. Radar going off. But yeah, I'm in a parking lot right now, like I said, waiting for my girlfriend. She should be done pretty soon, getting her nails done. Hopefully we get some food, and then I'll be traveling. Also follow me on Instagram. Tyler's Ambition is my @. That's about it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.